Right, looking at the specifics, say we have a short and a long action. This is a short action version. You've got a 20 MOA rail here. You've got this fantastic bead blasted black finish, which is incredibly strong and rust resistant. That's also over the barrel as well. And I really like the fact that it's actually made of steel, so it's has good integrity and strength into it as well. The bolt is absolutely smooth as butter. It's a 4-lug operating system with a 90-degree bolt lift, and you have a removable head on it as well, which is very interesting. So good for cleaning, taking the firing pin out. Don't need any tools to remove the head either. You know, an M16 type extractor, which is very reliable and really grips cases. Even some of the tough reloads, they really came out very well. I also like the quite long and straight bolt handle. It feels very good in the hand. A semi-tactical bolt knob as well, with the spherical type grooving at the end, and it even misses some of these big scopes we have here on test. Magazine wise, sensibly you have a release here in the front of the trigger guard, and it's a Magpul system, so these are cheap as chips, and they're compatible. You can have a 5-shot, 10-shot, whatever you like really. Good idea to have a Magpul, and it's polymer, so it's not going to rust if you leave it on the ground. As you said, it's got a bead blasted black finish, very good, but what's really striking is the barrel. This is 24 inches, this is 308 calibre, it's made of 416 stainless steel, so a really good quality of steel there, with 5R rifling, which is 1 in 11.25 twist rate in 308 calibre. It's got this, and the most, that's not just the best bit, you can probably see it's got this fantastic spiral fluting. Most fluted barrels have parallel fluting. This has 6 grooves and it spirals all the way down the barrel, which is looks very nice, but actually it does take quite a lot of the weight off the barrel. It aids in cooling on prolonged shots, and as I said, it just looks very nice, to be honest with you, and it also complements the grooves and the bolts. They've done it here as well. Trigger, a lot of the manufacturers now are going for aftermarket triggers, and that's sensible because this is the Trigger Tech field model. Absolutely fantastic. I've got these on my own rifles. You have an adjustment weight here of 2.5 to 5 pounds, and it's just so crisp. I mean, it's safe to use, but just unbelievably crisp. Really good. Also on the weight saving, you have on the stock, it's a semi-tactical sporter type hybrid stock really. It's a carbon fibre composite, and when we took it off, even with the bottom metal taken off as well, which was actually polymer aluminium with the polymer magazine removed, it was only 890 grams in weight. You've got a sort of slightly raised cheek piece here, but it's quite a straight comb on it, and you have, well, I thought was actually quite a small pistol grip area here. It's got a double palm swell here, but for my big old hands, I found it a little bit cramped, I've got to be honest with you. And my trigger finger was actually quite forward in front of the trigger. The other thing as well, the actual length of pull is 13 inches, which is incredibly short. You're quite cramped in it. We shot it very nicely, you'll see in the test. But for me, I want it about there. I mean, I've got very long arms, 15 inches best for me. So a nice stock, nice finish to it too. But something else I'm not particularly keen on, the moulded checkering. It's a raised sort of X pattern, and it works to a degree, but it's a bit cheap looking, I've got to be honest with you. But best bits are, it's actually pillar bedded. When you take a stock out, it's pillar bedded for consistency and accuracy, and you do have push fit sling swivel attachments. So overall, it's a nice looking, light handling, weather resistant stalking rifle. So we're going to take it out, shoot some factory reloads as normal, and then take it deer stalking. Well, first test of the Seekins Percision, Professional Hunter or Pro Hunter 2. We've got some Geco Express, they're a 165 grain bullet. We're going to shoot a 3-shot group at 100 yards and see how she performs. So go. .2676. Let me write this down. 2676. .2692. Nice smooth bolt. 2692. And ejects very well. I must say, I'm going to have to look for that brass later to reload. Yeah, not so much recoil. Let's check that's not on there. I've been told off. 2658. 2658. And that, oh my word, that's a fantastic group. That is all in the, yeah, all in the blue. That's got to be a, what, half inch, 0.6 inch group, 100 yards. That's fantastic. Well, that's a good start. Okay, let's go on to another type of ammunition. Right, next up are the new Hornady Outfitter. This is a nice lead-free bullet, and this uses a 165 CX bullet, which is their new take on the GMX. It's a very nice round, lead-free, great here in England. Nickel-plated brass, so it's a bit smoother on the feeding. So we'll load this up. It's a single stack 5-shot magazine. Loads very nicely. And let's see how she shoots at 100 yards. If it's anything like that Geco, we'll be very impressed. Right, here we go. Oh, that's dead centre at 2604. 2604. I mean, it's got a short length of pull, but on the bench you don't really notice it. That's 263. I prefer a longer length of pull out in the field, but that double palm swell, it is quite small for my hands. So I have quite big hands, but it does feel comfortable. It's not impeding my accuracy. Although, looking at this group, last shot. Yeah, no, it's about 1.25 inch group. That's lead free for you. That's 2618. 2618. Yeah, about 1.25 inch. So I was hoping for more from that, but never mind. Let's go on to the next ammo. Right, next up are the slightly heavier 170 grain Norma Tipstrike. These normally shoot well in my rifles at home, but let's have a look in the Seekins. I'm interested to see what the velocity's like actually, that slightly heavier bullet. Yeah, a little bit more recoil. Slightly left, 2634. 2634, so that's up there, which is nice. Yeah, a little bit lower. Yeah, very smooth bolt. I do like that. Oh, I forgot what the velocity was on that. Yeah, that's about 1 inch group. That's 2611. So I missed the second shot. 2611. That's not bad. Not bad. A little bit more recoil, but you know, it's what they actually expect from factory. To be honest with you. Well, a new interesting round I really like actually is the Hornady International. This is specifically for us international shooters here in Europe or in England, and this uses the ECX, which is a flat nose polymer copper monolithic bullet, and it's 125 grain because we have small species deer here in England. Well, we have red deer and fallow, but I primarily shoot roe, Chinese water deer and muntjac. And you don't want quite a heavy copper bullet because they don't always expand, they go through and you lose a lot of energy outside the beast. So a 125 grain bullet is about optimal for, I'd say, for small species deer here in England with the copper or lead-free bullets. So let's see how these shoots at 100 yards. I'll be interested to see what the velocity is as well. So let's get that up. Oh, dead centre, that's nice. Oh yeah, 3,100, blimey. Yeah, that's going to give you a flat trajectory. I know it's got a flat point, so you haven't got such a good BC for downrange, but the ranges you shoot deer at, you're not worried about a flat. I'd rather have a flat nose or met plat, which will then expand the bullet to drop the energy inside the beast. I mean, let's try shot number 2. A little bit off left, 10 o'clock, 3130, creeping up slowly, 3130. Final shot. Oh, touching the second shot, so that's about 1 inch, but I think that's quite a nice, consistent. That's 3098. No recoil to that at all. And I tell you what, I mean, that's 1 inch group, or just under with factory, so I'm very happy with that load. Right, another nice, really nice consistent load, which gives you really nice brass for reloading, is the RWS ammunition factory. It uses a DK bullet, which is a nice sort of spire pointed truncated bullet. It's 165 grain, and these normally perform very, very well. Let's have a look in this Seekins. .2536, 2536. Yeah, they're always a little bit slow, the RWS. I'm not sure why, but they are. That's gone quite left. Yep, that's 2551, 2551. Nice. Again, that's an inch group, 2529. So nice, consistent. I'm saying it's a minute angle, 100 yards rifle. This Seekins Percision. So you know, not going bad so far. Right, going a little bit lighter again are the Sako Gameheads. They're 123 grain bullets. Again, I really like these. I mean, we use them up to red deer, to be honest with you. They're normally a very accurate bullet. They penetrate well, expand well, and give you good brass reloading as well. Just a really nice all-round bullet for British species deer here. So let's give her a run. Ooh, nice, 2985, 2985. So that's not a bad velocity. That's quite a lot below the 125 ECX Hornady International, which was 3.1 for a similar weight bullet. But let's see what the accuracy is like. Yep, very close. Oh, it's creeping up. 2991. 2991. Let's see if we can hit 3000. Oh, through the same hole almost. Yeah, that's 3/4 inch group. That's lovely. 2999. Oh, nearly 3000. Close. Yeah, it's a lovely. If I don't have a reload, I tend to put these Sako Gamehead 123s through my 308 rifle. They just really shoot well, and as you can see, you know, in the Seekins Percision, very, very nice load. Right, another lead-free option, the Winchester Extreme Point. That's a 150 grain bullet, which is your typical 308 bullet weight. These are a bit Marmite, I've got to be honest with you. Sometimes they shoot really well in rifles, sometimes they don't. So let's give it a nice objective test at 100 yards in the Seekins. Here goes. A bit more recoil. 2784, that's quite a nice velocity. 2784, yeah, that's quite nice for a 150 grain bullet. Slightly low on the target, but uh, 2795, 2795. Final shot. Oh my god, I'm going to eat more. That's through this, almost through the same hole. Fingers crossed. Come on, you can do it. Oh, just off to the left. That was about an inch group. We had two for the same hole and one off. I say, you know, actually, for lead free, that actually worked very well. But you can never really tell with this load. Anyway, let's go on to see the last load, which is the Hornady SSTs. Right, well, the final loads for the factory is going to be the good old stalwart, the Hornady 150 grain SSTs. I really like these loads, although a couple of rifles I've shot recently haven't liked them, but normally they shoot very, very well. Let's hope this Seekins performs well. They normally give good velocity, so I'll be very interested to see what they are. Here goes. .3006. Blimey. Well, that's incredibly fast. Let's see if we get that again. Whew. 3023. I hope you can see that. It's 3023. That's extraordinary fast for a 150 grain bullet. My word. Yeah, about an inch group, 3022. Well, I mean, that was, you could actually feel the bolts a little bit sticky on that, so I think we've reached the limit on that. Normally they're doing about 2.8, 2.9, well, 2.9. Get up to 3000, that's incredibly fast for those Hornady. And yeah, so about just under an inch group, so very impressive, blimey. Right, yeah, there's a roebuck. The roebuck's just got up. Just wait for him to move into position. Nice. It's gone straight down.